What is up, everyone beings? It's Gage here, and I usually give daily messages, but today I want to give my thoughts on something, and that is autism. Now, it is widely known as a mental disorder, and considered a disability, and what a disability means is a lack of ability, which I disagree with. There is health sayings with autism. I will agree. Like I have friends that have health issues. Um, but that also can do with the medication they sometimes give, and also secondly, I think autism's a gift. I really do. I believe it's a power, and we just don't. When I say we, I talk about society overall. Like, we don't give space and the right type of learning and love they need. As a child, it was very difficult. I didn't find out until I was autistic till I was 14, because my parents held it from me, and I found out by a teacher. It was a very difficult time for me, to process all that, kind of on my own, because I didn't even tell my parents really much about it. But eventually, my mom found out that I knew it, and she did the best she could. She's as supportive as she possibly could, but people treat autism as like something that needs to be fixed or cured, or needs something to be cured, or something that you won't be the same as someone. I'm like, why the hell would I want to be like someone else? And in fact, most geniuses are autistic. And Larry, the owner of Twitter, is autistic. Like, come on, guys. Like, are we still saying autism is a lack of ability? Now, there are some forms of autism people have that it hinders them. And I will say this, like, to me, autism, there's different types of autism. Like, I obviously we have the scale. I think autism a lot. I think true autism is ones that are those that are born with it. Like I would say, me, my friend Chris Weekly, which you guys might know from and from his podcast, and you guys might know her. I probably talked to her about it a few times. Alana, this podcast is a designer, um, and so many people like Greta Thunberg. She saw it as a power too, because how she explained it, she believes autism is for people that are out of the box thinkers, that don't think like everyone else, and can see problems better than, depending on what it is and depending on each person, but can see differently than other people and can find out the solution sooner than your what they would call your neurotypical, which is your average person without autism. And with schools, they don't give you the best chance for success. Like, at least for me, I grew up in a small town, PA. It wasn't very well known. And then I ended up going to a city high school, which did not help. But like, we went to job sites. Like, I cleaned up trash from Walmart. And it was like 2 or 3 days a week. And then even when we were in school, we would end up sometimes during like different periods. We end up dusting things off the locker rooms and just cleaning around the school. And they don't know this causes more bullying. It actually increases that. And you might be treating a life skill, maybe to a degree, but the negative outweighs the positive. I'm just gonna put it that way. And when you say this is, this is your life skill, this is like basically it. It's like, this ain't it. Like, why put them at a low level? Like, and this is factual. When people have low expectations of you, it it takes away your potential of succeeding. But when you have people that believe in you, like you're more than you say you are, it gives you a higher chance of success and going much above than you were planning on, than you originally would go. So to me, let's stop limiting people. Autism is a gift, it's a power, it is not a lack of ability. Even people that are nonverbal. Like there's this woman I can't know speaking through the computer, but what she said was very powerful, and she is highly, highly, highly intelligent. There's actually a movie I highly recommend, that Accountant, and the new one just came out, Accountant 2. It's basically about this guy. He's kind of like what would you call those? Not a bounty hunter, but kind of like an assassin. But he's autistic, but he doesn't. But he takes. I'm not sure if it's like in between, but he has like a moral code and everything like that. But he works. He's autistic, and literally his whole team, the people that work with him, that give him all the info, and everyone that he assassinates, literally are autistic. Not one of them's nonverbal, and she just speaks through the computer, and that's how she speaks to him through the phone. It blows my mind. I love it. I love that movie because no one talks about it because it's so underrated, but I love it. Because he actually, it's more of a process. How he does it in the movie, it's more of a process of exposure therapy. Like he doesn't like get headphones or anything like that. He exposes himself to those loud noises, to those bright lights. In the movie, there's a scene where, like, before he goes to bed, there's like an hour. It's kind of like his therapy kind of way, but like he plays loud music, like rock and roll, but she like is very like because we have sensitivity in our ears and things like that, because we process 40% more information than the average person. And it's the whole scene is really cool. Like he has this like plastic roller, and he rolls it against his legs, and because the feeling of it's very uncomfortable, and so it's like exposure therapy, and so he can kind of function in the real world and not be kind of coddled. In his movie, the dad's like, no, he needs to function in the real world. He can't just hide away. I think there's obviously a middle of that where you can kind of balance those both out, but I love that. I'm like, sometimes that is needed. Sometimes you got to expose yourself a little bit, to push through those things, to be able to connect to other people and be able to balance things out. Because there's always things that we're not going to like to do, but it's important that we do. But also have practices we do. Like for me, it's meditation. Like I've have anxiety in public because all the sounds and everything. It's a lot. It's overstimulation. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Overstimulation. But I breathe, and my meditation isn't sitting down like Kuma. Like I do that at times. Not Kuma, but I do my meditations. But where I just sit still and quiet. But when I'm in public, anyway, when I'm in public, I take three deep breaths in, and I imagine myself letting go of things. I almost look as like a red color just leave my body. And if you guys you still have thoughts even after there's a free deep breaths in, and a free count basically is what I do. Then look at your thoughts as cloud. Look at your thoughts like they're floating in the air, and put them in clouds, and just watch them float away. It helps me every time. It's been a great benefit. It's been amazing. Wow. When I get on here, I don't really set times or anything. I just kind of talk, and sometimes not the best way, because sometimes I don't articulate my thoughts the best. But I'm really grateful to share this message and to just talk with you guys. Just even if you get one thing out of this, even through the couple moments of my rambling, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this podcast, and I'm excited to announce also there's going to be a name change, but also it's going to be a rebranding. Like, we're not doing like we did in the past couple times. I've been having a hard time finding my niche of things, but this one is, the name change is going to follow what I do. Like, a lot of it's going to be autism because that's a big part of me, but also Also, there's going to be a lot of amazing guests coming on that I think you guys will absolutely love, that have a great message, and just great human beings overall that have so much light in them. And I'm excited to expand, do that, and to continue these because I do love doing these. But thank you all for listening. I'm truly blessed, and much love to you all.